Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hairsaw, also known as the Hairsaw Way. I know, it has been too long. I am finally back with a new video this weekend and I'm very excited for this video because I've been planning it for a while. This is makeup products I've hit pan on. I'm sure you panners out there love these kind of videos. I know I do, and I don't consider myself like a panning kind of creator, but I'm very excited because I thought a YouTube video is the best way to showcase my pans, because I could just redo this video a year and a half, or 2 years after and see how much the pans have progressed and how many other ones have been added to the collection. But I have a lot of products to show you. I'm going to divide this video by product category. So I'm going to start with eyeshadow palettes first. These are in no way, shape, or form in order, like chronological order when I hit pan for the first, I don't know all that, okay? I might remember things here and there, but these are just strictly eyeshadow first and then cheek product. I'm going to start with Blend Bunny eyeshadow palettes. As you can see, I have quite a few that I've hit pan on. Let's start with blends, since that's the first palette that I got from them. I have quite a few pans in blends. As you can see, we have the matte white, the matte black, First Kiss, this dark purple right here, the dark blue, and the lightest purple. So in total, I have 6 pans. I'm gonna count throughout the video, okay? So 6 pans in the blends. I mean, you guys know this is one of my favorite palettes of all time. I love it so much. It's my first love from Blend Bunny. And yeah, I continue still to use it as heavily as I used to when I first got it. It's an amazing palette. You can find anything you want in it. But yeah, absolutely love her. Are we shocked? No, we're not. Definitely the matte black is the biggest pan. This matte black is very intense. But yeah, I love her very much. I'm curious to see in a year or two how she's gonna look. Let's do my second palette from Blend Bunny. This one also has 6 pans. Now here, the 6th pan might be a little bit harder to detect, but we have these 2 pinks right here that I've hit pan on. Then we have ink, which is the deepest indigo. Then obviously the blue right below it. And this one right here, exotic. The pan is so tiny, you can barely see it, but it's there. I've hit pan on it. So we got 6 on this one as well. Again, I've had it for a long time. If you guys check out my ranking my Blend Bunny palettes video, you will know she's in the top 3. Primal is also like one of my favorites of all time. I have a backup of this one. That's how much I love it. When I found out it was being discontinued, I immediately bought a second one. Yeah, the love is real. So 12 pans in total so far. You might be like, what is on her cheek? It's a cherry. I did this cherry for the first time when I had a live with my friend Lauren on Instagram. We were just being unhinged and drawing all kinds of stuff on our face. And I was like, what is a fruit I can draw? Now, mind you guys, I'm not good at graphic liner because I can't draw that well. But this cherry, I did pretty well. And yes, the original one was purple and I did it purple again today. I filmed a quick tutorial. Hopefully you'll see it before you see this video, but yeah. I'm in my artsy era, so yeah, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna film the YouTube video, why wipe it, just keep the cherry. Third palette, we have Sugar and Grunge. Now, this is another major favorite of mine from Blend Bunny, and on here, I only have 1 pan, and it's in this purple right here, Detention. This is a very unique purple. I really like the tone. Thought by the time I was filming this video, I was gonna hit pan on Bubblegum too, because it's one of my favorite shimmers, but yeah, just 1 pan so far, so the count is 13. And last, but certainly not least, when it comes to Blend Bunny eyeshadows, I hit pan in my absolute favorite, Beauty Below. Oh, this was a sad day when I hit pan on this particular shadow. Full disclosure, I've received this in PR, and the shadow that I've hit pan on is Siren Shriek, which is this beautiful pink right here. Again, the pan is very tiny, but it's there. I used it quite a few times recently, and it's a very soft shadow, so it definitely had a little bit of fallout on the pan too, but it's very intense and pigmented. Here's some predictions. I might throw some predictions here and there throughout the video. I'm expecting to hit pan in Abyss next. I'm pretty sure. I love it. It's such a good deep blue. Now I'm gonna jump to Kaleidos, and of course I'm gonna show y'all Club Nebula. She's loved, used, and abused. There's 7 pans in this palette. The blue right here, then pretty much almost the entire row except this shimmer right here. So we have, you know, pans in all of these, and then these 2 pans right here. I do remember the first shadow I hit pan on is Naru. This one right here is such a good cool toned nude kind of shadow, very light. So you could just do like a quick wash of color or all over your lid, whatever is your preference. But this is a great palette. You guys know I love Club Nebula very much. I feel like it's a very known fact that I do. So yeah, 7 pans. I'm not surprised if I will hit pan in all of the shadows in the near, I'm not even gonna say distant future, near future. Then we have Lunar Lavender, which I've hit pan in only one shadow, and it's this shimmer right here. Such a nice palette for those of y'all that like these kind of like lavendery, lilac-y type of tones, and they still have two neutrals here. I really like the tones in this palette. It's one of the first, after Club Nebula, one of the first palettes I tried from Kaleidos, and yeah, so far from Kaleidos, we have 8 pans. Next up, we have Flower Punk, the iconic palette that disappeared, basically. They haven't brought it back in stock in like forever. But I only have 1 pan here as well in this matte, very, very pale pink. The reason why I've hit pan on this is because it barely shows up. Like, you need to build it up a little bit. That's how like almost pastel-y it is, because it's a pink with like a fleshy nude kind of undertone. So yeah, it takes quite a little bit of building up, but yeah, only 1 pan on here. So far from Kaleidos, we have 9 pans. And last but certainly not least, the 10th pan. This is from the Black Jasmine Quad from Kaleidos. Obviously, we're still talking about Kaleidos. And I hit pan on the lightest gray right here. I've talked about this palette before, actually, on quite a few videos. I love it very much. It's a perfect gray, cool toned little quad. Very easy to travel with too. But yeah, fantastic, excellent palette. So in total, we have 14 pans from Blend Bunny and 10 pans from Kaleidos, which makes it so far the grand total of 24 eyeshadow pans. The other eyeshadow brand I'm going to be talking about is Dose of Colors. Ooh, do y'all remember this older packaging of these 5-pan eyeshadow palettes? Iconic, if you ask me. If you've been a follower for a long time, you know how this looks like. Yeah. Also, the reason why it looks so rough is because it's broken a bunch of times. And my mistake, again, back when I was a makeup newbie, I did not know that mattes are not the best kind of formula to repress with rubbing alcohol. They crack. And these two kept breaking and breaking and breaking on me, but still, I use them a lot. So like the pans are not just, oh, they broke and they fell. No. I used the shit out of those 2 shadows. So in total, we have 4 pans out of 5 eyeshadows. The only eyeshadow that I haven't hit pan on the palette is the darkest one right here, which is called Wine Stain. But yeah, everything else I've hit pan on. These 2 are pretty much finished. Yeah, this is a fantastic palette. I do have the newer version because, you know, I had to get a new one. Like this is looking pretty rough. This is very well used and very well loved. And last pan from Dose of Colors, which brings the total to 5 pans from Dose of Colors, is this one right here. This is from the Pretty Cool palette, and this is Topeless. That's the name of the shade. That's a good play on words. I really enjoy this palette. This, back when it came out, used to be one of the only cool tone eyeshadow palettes. That's how starved we were from cool toned makeup, because this is honestly, now looking at it, it's not that cool toned. Like, there's definitely more cool toned eyeshadow palettes than this, but for the time, this was pretty cool toned. We were drowning in warm tones. And don't get me wrong, I love the warm tones, but I was always begging for brands to come out with cool tones. They caught on to the trends, you know, and my request a lot later, but hey, we still had some good options here and there. This was a really good one, a great like everyday palette. I still have big dips in all of these shadows. So far we have 29 eyeshadow pans. The 30th eyeshadow pan is from a C Beauty brand. This is the Girlcult Quad. I believe this is number 51. That's right, I always forget the numbers. Listen, it's not a hairstyle video unless I've hit pan on a matte black shadow. Y'all know a matte black shadow is very important in an eyeshadow palette for me. Okay, it's perfect. I never will complain. Let's talk about some singles or depotted singles. The first one I'm going to talk about is from Juvia's Place. This is Chad, and this is from the Saharan 1 palette. I depotted that palette a long time ago when I wasn't even into singles. I was just like, you know, experimenting with depotting. And yeah, this is definitely hard pan now. I love to use it for BYOPs since I don't have any other matte black shadows. It's not that I don't use it, but I definitely have better quality matte black shadows. And now let's talk about single eyeshadows that I've hit pan on. Admittedly, there's not a lot, but there's 6 of them. Technically, one of them is a depotted single. It's this one right here. This is Clued In, and this is from the ColourPop Blue Moon palette. This matte, like dark matte blue right here. It's lovely. I depotted it and repanned it into like a circular. So yeah, it's still a pan though, still a pan. Then the other 5 are all single eyeshadows. This one right here, I'll start with the only other matte. This is Baobab from Girlcult Cosmetics. This is the perfect olive green eyeshadow I have ever ever tried. Especially when I was still in school, I don't know why I used this so much. I was so into olive greens. I still am, but like I used the hell out of this so much that actually this is also repan because it used to be in square pan and I had pan in there too. And then when I repanned it, obviously the pan disappeared and I still had pan on it. Fantastic, fantastic. Then let's talk about this one right here. This is M51 and this is from Terra Moons. I'm gonna get rid of this particular eyeshadow because I don't love the formula as much. The shits are good. I mean, I no longer support this brand, but I never was a fan of this particular eyeshadow. I don't know, I just don't like it as much. It's a good like everyday, you know, spicy neutral, so that's what I've been using it at. As you can see, like the pan is pretty big. And then we got 3 iridescents. One of them being the love of my life, Boom Sour. Y'all know how I feel about Boom Sour, okay? Then we have Yum Licks. Both Boom Sour and Yum Licks are from Davina. And this last one right here is Accelerate from Shine by SD. But yeah, these are the pans that I've hit in single eyeshadow. So we have 6 pans here and 1 here. That makes it 7. 37 pans so far in eyeshadows. Those are all of my eyeshadow pans. Again, 37 eyeshadows that I've hit pan on. I don't know what y'all think, but I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. Alrighty, now let's talk about face/cheek products. The first product I'm gonna be talking about is a face primer. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas, the solid form. And I have hit pan on the big version, should I say the full size, I guess. Yeah, this is a huge pan. And the travel size version. Now, I will be honest, I was very close to finishing this up, but I scooped some out of the full size to put some on here because, you know, for travel, it was running out. And it's easier to carry this than the big one for travel. So that's why I'm keeping this around. This would technically be an empty, honestly. But still, on both of them, I hit pan without having to scoop anything up. Like, I hit pan on this way before I needed some more for this one. But yeah, I freaking love this primer. It's my favorite pore filling primer. It has been since it came out. It is pricey, but it lasts a long, long time. Now, granted, I don't do face makeup every day. I will be honest. Even currently, as you can tell, I'm not wearing any base products. I'm just wearing brows, eyes, and lips. That's my pretty much day-to-day basis, like kind of makeup. So... but still, you don't need a lot from this. So I can imagine even if you were to use it pretty often, it won't run out quickly. Other face product that I've hit pan on is my blotting powder from Fenty Beauty. This is the Invisimatte. I freaking love this product. Yes, it broke a little bit here, but the pan, again, I hit way before it broke a little bit. But yeah, I freaking love this. I've talked about it before. It's my as an oily skinned gal, this is a holy grail. So if you have oily skin, highly recommend this product. Not only use it all over my face, especially when I'm going out and I'm wearing a full beat, but I also use it on my eyes after I wear eye primer. This is what I set my eye primer with. Again, if you have oily lids, try this. It won't disappoint you. Actually, speaking of it, let me blot a little bit because I'm getting a little oily. Alrighty, so far we have 3 pans for face products. I'm gonna count just eyes and face basically, and then I'm gonna bring the grand total of it all at the very end of the video. But let's keep going. So we have 3 so far. The 4th one is on my Nars cream bronzer in Laguna 02. The pan has grown since the last time I talked about this product. I actually casually mentioned it on my empties video. I like it. It's just not my favorite. My Fenty Beauty cream bronzer in Macchiato, I really like. But I'm waiting to get lower on this product than to purchase, or should I say repurchase that, because I miss it so much. It's so great. But yeah, I like this one. I feel like I'm making pretty good progress in it. 5th pan for face products is on this powder bronzer. This is Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. The Balm has some amazing cheek products. Granted, their bronzers are not very inclusive, but I do love their blushes. Their blushes are fantastic. And the packaging too is I love the vintage vibes of it all. But yeah, I've hit pan on this one. I've had it for a while. Now you might say, shouldn't you throw that out? I won't. 6, 7, and 8 pans are gonna be the same product, just different shades. They're all Fenty Beauty cream blushes. Fuego Flush, this is the first one I hit pan on. The first one that I actually ever bought these launched in 2020. I do remember, right as shit hit the fan with the pandemic and all, when we were all locked down. And I just freaking love this formula. Fuego Flush was the most unique out of them all, because although it looks orange, it's like almost like a sunshine yellow. That's how I would best describe it. This also takes a lot of layering to show because it's very shimmery. It's almost like a highlighter. So that's why I've hit so much pan in it. Second one is Cool Berry. I had to stop myself from using this one because I kept using it on almost every look. If you go back to my tutorials from 2022, this is pretty much all I used. It's crazy how much I freaking love this blush. It's such a good tone. It's like a darker mauve. Fantastic. And this one, I hit pan actually this year. This is Crush on Cupid. Perfect Barbie pink. Very, very traditional Barbie pink type of blush. Fantastic. It layers, like, you know, pink blushes layer beautifully on top of it. And yeah, it's fantastic. I definitely have quite a few dips on Fenty Beauty blushes, but no pan so far. But there's some that are very, like, I can feel it. When I like dip my finger and go, I can feel them. So maybe next year or whenever I do this video, you probably will see more. 9th and 10th pans are from this Juvia's Place blush palette. This is the Volume 2 Saharan blush palette in Volume 2. And these two shades I've hit pan on. Freaking love this one. This is B. I used it in combination with Cool Berry from Fenty Beauty. Yeah, I had to stop using both of them because, again, I was doing the same blush combo over and over. I feel like I need to get back on it because I freaking love them. I will say I'm not a big fan of the shimmery blushes because they're a little bit dull, but the matte ones are fantastic. Again, this palette is also very, very old, but I'm no plans of throwing it out yet. The pan is from a highlighter palette. This is Noctilucent from Blend Bunny, unfortunately discontinued. And I've hit pan on Far Out right here. This one is gorgeous. I feel like I'm very close to hitting pan in Phenomena too, this one right here. But Far Out is such a perfect, like, pinky lilac kind of shade. Love it. I also very often use this palette on my eyes too. It's pretty great. Okay, I love it very much. But yeah, one pan here, which makes it the 10th face product pan.
Hey y'all, Editing Hairs over here. Yeah, I totally miscounted on the steps. So from now on, whenever I mention a number, just add one to it. Back to the video.
11th product is this highlighter. This is the Prophecy Space Age highlighter from Kaleidos. And as you can see, I've had such a big pan on it. Now, I will admit, I cannot wait to run out of this highlighter. I do not really like it as much. It's good, but it's not as great as some of their other shades. My other favorite shades from them are Skywalker and Moon Cruiser. Those are fantastic. This one is good. It's just not my absolute favorite. Hopefully, I'll be talking about it in an empties video next year. Who knows? 12th pan is also from Fenty Beauty. This is the How Many Carats Diamond Balm, the OG shade. Let me show y'all how a newer one looks so you guys can see the difference. Even this one is pretty, you know, the product is a lot more domed than it's when it's looking because I've used this quite a little bit too, but look at the difference. Yeah, I used to use this all over my face and body so much that, yeah, this is the state of it. 13th pan is also from a Fenty Beauty product. This is the Mean Money Hustla Baby Killawatt highlighter. As you can see, definitely the preference was for Hustla Baby. I like it a lot more than the other side. The other side, pretty much, I know that I didn't swatch any products, but look, okay, I'm rubbing. As you can see, these are me scraping it off because I thought I had like an overspray. Guys, literally nothing. Trying to use this up. Hopefully I will be successful, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't use it as much these days because I have way better highlighters and I also prefer colorful highlighters. 14th pan is on this Persona Cosmetics Zuma highlighter. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I haven't heard about Persona Cosmetics in a while, in like years. They have some good products. I don't know if they're still around, but this highlighter, as you can see, used to be one of my favorites, especially for everyday. It was pretty glowy. There's just a little bit left around the edges. But again, just like I talked about Hustla Baby, I don't use this as much because I like more colorful and more sparkly highlighters than just metallic. Last but certainly not least, my 15th pan is from a blush from Kaleidos. This is a Dreamwalk blush. It's a cool toned bubblegum pink, and this is what it looks like. Yeah. Very close to finishing it up. I hit pan on this because I have to layer quite a little bit of it for it to show up on my cheeks. And even just as a flush of pink, it's very, very, very pale. Okay, this is a very pale blush. That's why I've hit such a huge pan on it. Yeah. Expect it to expand because I use this quite often. Okay, you guys, now if I kept track of everything correctly, we have 37 eyeshadow pans and 15 face product pans, which makes the grand total, doing the math real quick in my head, 52 pans in total. I gotta say, I was not expecting the number to be that high. That's why on purpose, I did not count the number of pans before I filmed this video, just because I also kind of wanted to surprise myself. And I gotta say, I'm genuinely like pretty shocked at how many pans I've hit. I feel like this content is kind of cool. I always look forward to seeing pans in other people's collections, just because a pan I feel like shows like true, real love or consistency when using a product. I gotta say, I'm excited to redo this video again in the future to see like how much the pans have grown or have not grown, or what new pans will be, you know, added to the collection of pans so far. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys, and do let me know what you have hit pan on. I'm very curious to know. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.